If you're wondering why you're constantly swiping on Tinder but not really getting any matches, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to give you the 5 biggest reasons why most men are not getting matches on Tinder. I started Wingman Plus to help men level up their dating game, get more matches, get better quality matches, and ultimately more dates on dating apps. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you pound that like button and hit subscribe. One thing to keep in mind before we get into these points is that as guys, we're looking for things that we like about girls on Tinder, but girls are the opposite. They're not looking for things they like about you. They're not looking for things they like about your profile. Girls are picky. They're looking for things they don't like. They're looking for common mistakes, red flags, and ultimately reasons to swipe left, reasons to reject your profile. And most guys are making very common mistakes that make it incredibly easy for girls to reject you. And in this video, we're going to get into the top 5 most common mistakes that men are making on Tinder. All right, the number 1 most common reason that men are not getting matches on dating apps. Honestly, this is going to sound like a no-brainer, but I have reviewed hundreds of Tinder profiles, and this is across the board the most common mistake that I see men making. And that is that they're not clearly showing what they look like on their Tinder profile. When girls are swiping on your Tinder profile, the very first thing they really want to know is like, what do you look like? And if you're not clearly showing them what you look like, let alone at the very beginning of your profile, but even across the board, you're making it difficult for them, they are not going to swipe right. Most girls, quite frankly, if they can't tell what you look like based on your very first photo, they're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt and check out the rest of your profile. They're going to instantly swipe left and move on to the next guy. So this is by far the most important thing that you must include in your Tinder profile. You need to make it very evident what you look like, and early. Some of the most common ways I see guys shooting themselves in the foot with this respect is group photos. It's definitely a good idea to include group photos, show that you're not a loner, that you actually have a social life and that you have friends. Like, that is a great thing to include on your Tinder profile. But if it's your first photo, girls are not going to play the guessing game. They're not going to move on to the next photo to try and figure out which one you were in that group photo. They're going to instantly swipe left, guys. So if you do have group photos, make sure you include them later on in your profile and definitely not right up front. Another really common way guys are hiding what they look like is by putting on sunglasses, masks, hats, other obstructions that cover some large portion of their face and head. Now, that's not to say like don't include any photos with sunglasses or a hat in your Tinder profile, but do so after you've included like 3 photos that clearly show what you look like. So you've already set the precedent. Girls already know in their head like, okay, this is what buddy looks like. Oh, nice, like a sunglasses pic on the beach. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But if 4 out of your 5 photos include something that's covering your face, it's a giant red flag, and honestly, the majority of girls are going to swipe left when they see that. A lot of guys are also cropping their photos in a really weird way, where like half of your face or like the entire top of your head is cropped out of the photo. And bro, girls want to see what your head looks like. They want to know what kind of hair you're working with, what your face shape is. And if you crop your photos so they're super zoomed in and a part of your head is chopped off, you're making it very easy for girls to swipe left. While cropping in too hard is a common mistake, the opposite is also true. If your photos are too zoomed out, it also makes it very difficult for girls to see what you look like. And again, having one zoomed out photo of you like doing a cool action shot later on in your profile, that's fine. But like 80% of your photos need to clearly show what you look like. From there, sprinkle in your little action shots or photos with your sunglasses, whatever, not a big deal. Make an effort to show your face in every photo whenever possible. Think about it, bro. If you couldn't tell what a girl looked like, would you swipe right on her? This is common sense, but it is by far the most common mistake guys are making. All right, the second most common mistake I see men making when I'm reviewing their Tinder profiles is that their bio is way too long. Now, when girls are swiping on your Tinder profile, photos are like 99% what they care about. It goes both ways, guys. Dating apps are mostly look-based and very superficial. But if a girl is on the fence, she's not sure if she wants to swipe right on you, the last thing she's gonna do is go down to your bio. And your bio is really a pass-fail. If your bio wins her over, she's gonna swipe right. But if there's something in there that's kind of cringy or she doesn't like, she's going to swipe left. If you have a giant paragraph in your bio, most girls are going to think you take Tinder way too seriously. It's a giant red flag. They're not even going to read the paragraph. They're just going to see how long it is and swipe left. So definitely don't include a paragraph. But you know what's funny? When you search up on YouTube, you look at the blog posts, there's so many dating coaches out there telling men that they need to list a bunch of different things about themselves in their bio. And quite frankly, it's like the worst advice of all time. Girls are looking for reasons to reject you. Why on earth would you create a giant bio where you list a million different things about yourself when girls only need one reason to swipe left? You just gave them like 15. When in reality, all you need to do is make a good impression. You know, make a girl laugh, make her smile, or at the very least, make her think like, oh, this guy seems cute. That's all your bio needs to achieve. Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it playful, and ideally just use a funny one-liner that will make girls laugh. Then you're golden. All right, the third common mistake most men are making on their Tinder profile is that they have low quality photos and selfies. Let's start with photo quality. I definitely recommend you get your photos taken by a professional camera or at the very least a new iPhone. If you have any photos on your profile that were taken a couple years ago with an older smartphone, odds are they look low quality in this day and age, which is going to make girls think that you haven't had your photo taken in 5 years. She's going to wonder what you look like now. It's a giant red flag. So you've got to take those low quality photos off your Tinder profile. Another pro tip, guys, lighting is everything when it comes to photography. So if you're taking photos indoor or at night, your camera has to work even harder to capture the image. It completely degrades the quality of your photo. So if you can, I always advise you take your photos outdoor during the day. I would be doing you guys a massive disservice if I didn't bring up selfies. Selfies are a massive no. And look, guys, I get it. We're not used to getting our photo taken, and the easiest, lowest effort way to get photos of yourself to build a Tinder profile is to take selfies. But when you use selfies, that's the message you're putting out there, that your Tinder profile is low effort and you didn't want to leave your comfort zone to get good photos taken of you, so you stuck with mediocre selfies. Here's the main point about selfies, guys. A good selfie would look way better if someone else just took that photo of you. A bad selfie is just a bad photo, and it shouldn't be on your Tinder profile. Going forward, ditch the selfies, get out of your comfort zone, and get someone else to take photos of you for your Tinder profile. I review a lot of Tinder profiles, and I see it so often that guys are literally just taking selfies in their car. But what is that showing girls? That you sit in your car and take selfies all day? Selfies are not really giving girls anything to work with. Now, worse than the regular selfie is the mirror selfie, and particularly the shirtless mirror selfie. This is by far the most controversial topic when it comes to people who make content about Tinder, but quite frankly, guys, it's not that complicated. Shirtless mirror selfies, while some girls might think you look hot, to most women are a massive red flag. They come off as extremely douchey and downright cringe a lot of the time. And sure, maybe 30% of girls may love your shirtless mirror selfie. The other 70% don't. And if 70% of women are swiping left because of one photo on your Tinder profile, what do you think that's telling the Tinder algorithm? One red flag in this guy's profile is driving away more than half of the women who see his profile. Maybe we should stop showing his profile to as many women. The real key to Tinder, guys, is not building the most mind-blowing profile. It's about building the least rejectable profile. And the way you're going to do that is by ditching the selfies, and particularly the mirror selfies. They gotta go. All right, so you got rid of your selfies and you replaced them with photos that someone else took of you, but you're still not getting matches. You're probably wondering why. When men are getting their photo taken of them by someone else, the most common mistake I see is that they're using the tourist pose. They're standing with their shoulders square, facing the camera, hands at their sides, staring directly into the camera and smiling with a really forced smile, as if someone told them to say cheese. And I get it. Ever since you were in grade 2 and your mom was taking photos of you, this is how you got your photo taken, at birthday parties and on vacations. But guys, photos using the tourist pose come off as extremely inauthentic and downright cringe. So remember, guys, just because someone took a photo of you doesn't automatically make it good. Instead of going for a tourist pose, I highly recommend you use a dynamic and candid pose when someone else is taking photos of you. All right, so the fifth and probably most important reason that guys are not getting matches on Tinder is because they're not showing themselves at their best. And by the way, all 4 of the previous points kind of culminate into this one point. Tinder is incredibly competitive. You may not be putting your best foot forward, but other guys are. Girls have a lot of options. And this is why so many guys aren't matching with girls that are in their league, is because, yeah, in real life, you may be a 7, but your Tinder profile is an absolute 3 or a 4. So here's how to show yourself at your best on your Tinder profile. Number 1, Grooming is so important. If you are getting photos taken for Tinder, make it look like you just walked out of a barbershop. Your hair, your beard, your eyebrows should all be on point. Girls notice these little details. Beyond that, get your fashion on point. And I know, I'm a dude in a Bass Pro Shop hat and a bolo tie giving you advice on fashion. It's besides the point, guys. Stop buying your clothes at Walmart. Stop wearing sweatpants everywhere. You don't need to spend a bunch of money on designer clothes or anything like that. You can literally buy super cheap clothes that look good at stores like H&M and Zara. And honestly, if you just assemble a couple of nice layered outfits, your style is going to absolutely take off. Another key element, guys, you have to understand your angles. This is something that can literally bring you from a 4 to a 6 or a 6 to an 8. When you're getting your photos taken for Tinder, take like 30 pics, man. Take somewhere you're looking at the camera, somewhere you're looking away, somewhere you're smiling, somewhere you're not smiling. When you take a huge variety of photos in different poses, you're going to quickly find out what's working for you and what's not. Find the way that the camera hits you in the most appealing and attractive way and double down on that. This last point may sound cheesy, but it is so important. The energy that you're feeling on the inside when you get your photo taken will show in your photos for the end result. So if you're not feeling confident and you try to force a smile and take a photo, it's not gonna look good. You know, I see so many guys on their Tinder profiles taking selfies like this where the camera's looking up their nostrils and they're just kind of pouting down at the camera. So when you're getting your photo taken for Tinder, bring out the confidence, bring out the big dick energy. If you bring friends along that can make you laugh while you're getting your photo taken, your smiles are gonna come across as so much more candid, and girls are actually gonna believe when they look at your photo like, oh damn, this guy actually looks happy. That's the vibe you wanna bring on Tinder. You know, they say the top 20% of guys are getting 80% of the matches on Tinder, and I would believe it because quite frankly, only about 20% of guys are making Tinder profiles that show themselves at their best. So if you watch this video and the points resonated with you, you know what you need to do to level up your Tinder profile. Now, here's the thing, guys. These are the 5 most common reasons why you're not getting matches on Tinder. But quite frankly, everyone is unique. A photo that you may think looks good may have a hidden red flag in it that you're not really aware of. So if you want someone to go in and look specifically at your photos and identify what you're doing well, but more importantly, the common mistakes, the red flags, and the biggest areas of opportunity for you to improve your profile, I put a link down in the description of this video so you can actually get that one-on-one help and bring your Tinder game to the next level. But either way, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. If you haven't yet, make sure you pound that like button, hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.